Right here, Street Soldiers, Street Soldiers. Today, we mentioned it a little earlier, was the 5th annual Keyshia Cole Day at the East Oakland Sports Center, a yearly celebration of giving back to the community that Keyshia Cole began in 2008 when the city of Oakland proclaimed August 8th to be Keyshia Cole Day in recognition of her achievements in music. And we just so happen to have on the line Miss Keyshia Cole. Keyshia, thank you for joining us here on Street Soldiers.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wow, you've been busy. You've been running back and forth, and you got to be exhausted. You got to be exhausted. How you feeling right now?
Well, yes. We just put my son in bed. He took a bath, and now he's in bed.
Well, tell us about how today went. Tell us about how today went. How we want to hear about how things were. Just tell us what happened today at the.
It was amazing. I mean, my son had a wonderful time. The day is definitely about me giving back to my community and also creating a family environment for people to come down and enjoy themselves. We had a petting zoo, jumpers for the kids to jump in. We had movie on the lawn that I watched with my son and about 50 other kids there. And it was at the East Oakland Sports Center, like you mentioned earlier. And, they had a swimming pool, a wonderful facility for the kids there.
I heard you got a little a cappella in today. Is that...
Actually, I planned on singing more today. My son fell asleep in my arms, and he did not want to go. And, so I immediately just got in the car and, went ahead and took him home. I took him to the room, rather. But, we just had a fun-filled day. People tweeted me and sent me pictures of their kids in the car, knocked out on the way back home. My mother said a wonderful prayer before we left to make sure everybody got home safely. There were people driving from Los Angeles that came.
Wow.
The day to day. It was a wonderful, amazing turnout. And, I can't even imagine. It's amazing,
You've mentioned that son 3 or 4 times. What's his name? How old is he? Just tell us a little about I know he's the love of your life.
Absolutely. He's Daniel Jr. He's 2. I actually brought him last year, and he was 1.5. So now he's 2.5. I missed Keyshia Cole Day when he was born. However, I believe I just gave back a couple of things, backpacks and computers or whatnot, and some bikes for that year. But yeah, DJ had a wonderful time. He had just a ball today.
Well, I got a couple folks in the studio. I got a guy over here that, when he heard you were possibly beyond, the boy went crazy. So the Irvin got to say something. He got to say something. He's like, Keyshia Cole, I love Keyshia Cole, I love Keyshia Cole. I say, so I'm going to pass you over humbly to him and let him. Go ahead, Irvin. Here's your chance.
Thank you, Dr. Marshall. Miss Cole, I would just like to thank you for tuning in tonight. This is the Irvin right here speaking. And I just really wanted to say just thank you for what you do, how you've done it. We've all, are witnesses to your matriculation through music, through entertainment. Your television show really broke down a lot of barriers in the community about family. You're getting ready to actually launch your new show. I know you might speak to it a little bit briefly, what we can expect from your new reality show, but I know your past reality shows really opened up a lot of dialogue, in which we're going to go into tonight in this show, so it's kind of a good segue. So I just want to just thank you for that, for who you are, and that's pretty much it. And I just love you, and I know all your songs, and I got your CDs. You know what I'm saying? Man to man, woman to woman, it's just me, Irvin. So just thank you.
Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that. And, yeah, I think that, for sure in the beginning, family, it just, all I wanted was for all of us, my foster side, my adopted side, and my biological side to come together and just love one another and to be happy, but our entire lifetime, each other. All of us, we have been through things with each other, and nobody. And, so there's relationships that aren't as good as others. And, some things have happened up to date that we're still trying to work on within our family. Yeah. And, forgiveness is the key, I think, because nobody's perfect, like I said. But with this new reality show, it's really just me, my husband, my son. I have my mother, Frankie, as well, and I'm trying my hardest to keep her on the right track. And, I really want her. I told her before, I want you to live before you die, and you never really experience life, and she's working hard at it, slip-ups, and, she's been in L.A. with me for the past 4 or 5 months trying her hardest to, get it together. She's been in rehab for that amount of time. And, my husband has been really, really supportive of me and my family. And, I've just been learning a lot. So growing and learning.
Good for you, Keyshia. Really, really,
amazing.
really. Yes. Lady Stella, you want to say something, Keyshia?
Yeah, this is just wonderful to hear you share all of that, Ms. Cole, because, your authenticity really makes a difference to our listeners, because everybody's going through something. And to hear that from you just makes it okay for people to go ahead and talk about it and work on it. So thank you so much for that.
I told you she was fly. I told you Keyshia.
I just want to know how she like Cleveland compared to Oakland.
Especially in the wintertime.
I actually really love Cleveland. I love Cleveland. The energy is amazing there as well. As far as the basketball world is concerned, those people just, their community is just so amazing, and they come together, and I can feel the energy every time the Cavaliers play. So that's really amazing. And then plus nobody really knows me out there. So I think, when I'm hanging out, I'm able to just, be a mom, be a wife, and not get noticed. So that is a good part of my life that I like to keep that way as long as possible. But
as long as possible, because the word is gonna get out. The new reality show, there she is, right there. So,
oh goodness, well, I signed up for it, so I'm not too mad about it. But those 2 rags at the grocery store.
Can we expect to see you sing any national anthems this year?
You know what? Of course, absolutely.
Well, if maybe the Giants and A's will play in the World Series and we're going to come back here. That would be special. That would be special. Yeah, just really want to say thank you once again, really, for coming back to Oakland, putting on the 5th annual Keyshia Cole Day. Hope it leads to the 6th or 7th and 8th. Everybody out there, I'm sure was appreciative of your efforts there. Yes. Just thanks. What can you say? I mean, it's funny because I did a topic just a few weeks ago on entertainers and celebrities who don't do these kind of things, and to talk to somebody who is actually doing it and doing it from the heart for the right reasons, not for the pub, but wants to really give back to the community. I got to say thank you for that, Keyshia. Really got to say thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We definitely had last year's on the reality show that will be airing October 9th, which is not even a week and a half away. So, it was wonderful to see all those people there in support of my day and me giving back to my community. And, like I said before, hopefully we get vendors to keep adding on. American Express gave a huge donation to, this Keyshia Cole Day and supplying a bunch of the things that they experienced today. And we definitely hope it was no violence today, So I want to commend Oakland on that and just say thank you for coming out and just having a great time and just being amazing out there today and just having a good time,
Absolutely.
And definitely maybe DJ, Mommy,
I want you.
But we had a great time. So next year, us being able to do that in a good environment and nobody bring no kind of drama is definitely going to make it better for next year, and it'll be better for the kids, because next year people want to give and make this event bigger, and we can start, bringing artists in and having them speak, and people that can uplift, not only my community but their community,
Absolutely, absolutely, dude. Well, look, we're gonna let you go. We hear him tugging at mommy. Thanks again for joining us tonight. Thanks for the 5th annual Keyshia Cole Day, and maybe if you're here next year, we get you in the studio live. Everybody get to see you. But
absolutely, I am a fan of Street Soldiers for sure. I'm a fan, and I would love to get in there and talk with you guys. I know it's plenty for me to learn as well. So when I come next year, I definitely want to get in with you guys.
You just gave me chills.
Love to have you.
Just gave me chills.
The Urban just went crazy, so he'll hold his breath for the next year. But
we are looking forward to that.
Take care of your family. Don't lose something. Stay low in Cleveland and do the best you can, and we'll be watching the show. Thank you, dear.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless you. All right, okay. Keyshia Cole. Thank you. Wonderful. Come on tonight, Street Soldiers. And she loves Street Soldiers. Everybody!
Street Soldiers Radio is the voice of the Alive and Free movement, preventing violence worldwide.